Okay guys, I wanted to make one more video before we wrap up Canadian Week. Mostly so I can say, it's Canadian Week one more time. Okay, so today's video is a little bit of a grab bag. It's like kinda sorta a lightning round, but you'll see.
Find me, Jose Monkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, and I saw a few good clues right away. We had a Canadian flag and we had a statue, which is usually a pretty good clue. And then you show us this building that says Halifax Memorial Library at the top. You are here at the Halifax Memorial Library in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Come find me, Jose Monkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, and it looked like it might be tricky. Now, this person told me that this video was for Canadian Week.
Canadian Week.
But that wasn't really that big of a clue because we see a Canadian flag almost immediately, and we can see a few license plates that appear to be Nova Scotia plates. By the way, I feel like Canadian Week has been a little bit heavy on Nova Scotia locations for some reason, which is kind of weird because I think before this week, I had only found like maybe one place in Nova Scotia. Anyway, the biggest clue in this video is this real estate sign right here. Even though we can't read any of the details on the sign, I can see that this house was numbered 217. So guys, I just searched on Zillow for any active listings numbered 217 in Nova Scotia. And when I saw this one, I knew it was going to be right. You were here in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. I was able to confirm the location using Google Street View. Here's a view of that side street that we saw, and this other view from a little bit later in the video. You asked me to figure out where this drone video was recorded. And guys, I love drone videos, but this particular one didn't look like it had a lot of information in it to help me find it. This could be almost anywhere. So unless you recognize the location, it was going to be pretty hard to find. Unless, of course, you use a reverse image search tool like Google Lens. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how it is, bro. So guys, I tried that, and I used various different frames from this video, and I was getting results all over the place. Michigan, Minnesota, Tennessee, Wisconsin, just all over. Fortunately, I knew this was going to be in Canada, and that's because the person put hashtag Canada on their video. Anyway, after a bunch of different searches, I found one that looked like it might match. And that was for a Facebook page for a place called Jetel. Jetel is a small mining village in northern Quebec, and it's basically a ghost town. It wasn't clear at first what my search had matched, but as I scrolled through their Facebook page, I found this. This video looks familiar, as does the name of the account, Dimension Drone. That is the same as the name of the TikTok account that sent me the video. Guys, that was it. You were flying your drone in Jetel, Quebec, Canada. The video on Facebook is just a slightly edited version of the TikTok video that I was tagged in. Okay, if you're wondering about the closest previous locations to each of these videos, I'm going to tell you them one by one. As you may have already guessed, that spot in Halifax is closest to Season 1, Episode 259 in Halifax, once again. I think that's the third time that that's been the closest location this week. But guys, this time it's incredibly close. It is only 335 meters, or 1,098 feet away from that location. That's not the closest we've ever had, but it's pretty close. That neighborhood that we saw in Bridgewater was closest to one of the locations I did earlier this week. That was in Season 2, Episode 106, in Berwick, Nova Scotia. That's about 75 kilometers or 47 miles away from this place. And finally, that spot in Jetel was closest to the place I found near the Mississauga Strait in Ontario. That was in Season 1, Episode 205. It wasn't particularly close to this location, though. It's about 539 kilometers or 335 miles away. Guys, that is a wrap for Canadian Week 2024. Don't worry, this doesn't mean I'm not going to do Canadian videos anymore. I'm just not going to focus on them exclusively like I have been for the last several days. But I will mix in Canadian locations with the US and non-US locations that I do. Okay, that's all for now, guys. If anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.